everybody. I'm Shaky Chef, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make ground beef enchiladas. One of my favorite things to do, and a lot of times I'll go to the Mexican grocery store that they make carnitas, and I'll get fresh carnitas and make the enchiladas with that. But sometimes I like ground beef or even carne asada enchiladas or chicken. You can do anything with these, and they're pretty easy. The things you're going to need is you're going to need, this is 1.5 pounds of ground beef, 20%, 80 to 20. Then you need 1 chopped onion. Then I have 1 can, it's a small can of Ortega chopped diced jalapenos, and then I have a can of Ortega smoked chili peppers. They're mild, but the jalapenos are spicy, so that's going to bring the heat up a little bit. You can do it with just the green peppers, so it's not spicy, or you can do it with the jalapenos, or just a little bit of jalapenos if you don't like a lot of spice. Then, and you're going to need enchilada sauce, and we'll get to that later. And then 1 pound of Monterey Jack cheese shredded, and one pound of medium cheddar cheese shredded. So these are the things we're going to need. We're going to add a little oil and stuff to the pan, and salt and pepper for extra flavor. So we're going to move over to the stove and let's get started. Okay, everybody, we're back at the stove, and what I'm going to do is fire the pan up and get it hot, and then I'm going to add some olive oil to the pan. Let's move everything over here so it's ready to go. These are really good to make. They're not too hard. They don't take a whole lot of time. They do take a little bit of preparation time. You know, the chopping, and then the cooking of the meat and stuff, and then you got to put everything together. And we'll go through all that as we go along. So let's go ahead and saute these onions and get this thing going. It's real dangerous whenever I'm hungry and I have everything to make certain things, because then I just go ahead and make it, and I keep saying I should do a video, and everybody keeps saying you should do a video on the enchiladas and do different videos, so that's why I'm doing this one here. I'm going to go ahead and get these cooked a little bit, and then go ahead and dump the ground beef in. Then what we're going to do is add some kosher salt in, and some black pepper, and some, you can either add fresh garlic or granulated garlic. What I'm using here is just granulated garlic. A lot of times I like using fresh because it's easier, but I have the garlic, and you're not going to add that much to it anyway, so. And this is going to take about 15 minutes to cook down to get it all cooked all the way through and everything. What we're going to do is, while it's cooking, we're going to add the green chili peppers, or the green chilies, the mild ones, and then we're going to go ahead and add the jalapenos in too. You want to take a little bit of the juice out of the cans. You can use fresh jalapenos and fresh chilies if you got time. This is kind of a recipe that I do that it doesn't take a lot of time. It takes more time just putting the stuff together than it does getting everything cooked. So we'll be back in a little bit and let this get cooked down. We'll be back in a little bit to show you how to assemble everything. Okay, we'll be right back. Hi everybody, we're back. The meat's all cooked down. I did take off a little bit of the extra oil that is created from the fat from the beef, but not all of it. I would rather cook it down because that cooks the flavor in. So it takes a little longer sometimes to get it cooked where you want it because of the extra fat. But we're just cooked down right now, so we'll turn this on low, take this off the fire, and we'll set a small pan up here to get warm for the tortillas to go in. This is kind of the fun part too, is putting these things together. Use Monterey Jack cheese is the first thing you're going to do, and I get a pack of 30 tortillas, and that way you can make a couple pans of enchiladas. You can freeze them, and that way you have them for later on some other night. Did you want a real quick meal? They take 30 minutes to heat back up, and it's a done deal. So we'll spray just a little bit of oil on there to get that going. And what we're going to do is we're just going to heat the tortillas up to where they're soft and pliable, to where we can work with them to fill them and put them in the pan. If you don't heat them up, if they're out of the fridge, if you don't heat the tortillas up, they'll just crack up on you when you're putting them together, and it just makes it a lot harder to do. What we do is we drop it in the pan, in the tray that you're going to cook your enchiladas in, and while we're filling that first one, we'll put another tortilla to get them warm. Then we put in a couple tablespoons of meat, small handful of cheese, and then we go ahead and roll it up and put it tight up against the side of the pan, because we should be able to get on this small pan. I kind of use small pans, that way I can get 6 enchiladas per pan, and and it's easier because then that's about what I can eat in a couple days anyway. Or if I have somebody over for lunch or dinner, I have enchiladas that they can have. Go ahead and take that one out. And same thing, a couple tablespoons of meat, some Monterey Jack cheese, and then roll it up. Now go ahead and keep going on this, and I'll come back and show you how to finish this off. Okay, stay tuned. Hi everybody, I'm back, and I actually got 3 trays, 2 trays with 6 enchiladas, and then if you want to do a different style of plating, you can do it in an individual for dinner. You can throw them in the oven. That's why I have one that has 3 enchiladas in it. And from here, I just take a can of enchilada sauce and just pour it over the top. And on all this, you're going to use a whole large can of enchilada sauce, because when it cooks in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30-40 minutes, it's going to get into the meat and actually give the meat more flavor, and it's going to come out, it's going to thicken the sauce up to 2. So you don't want to be shy with the sauce unless you don't like a lot of sauce. If you don't like a lot of sauce, then you don't have to put a lot of sauce on it. And we're just about done on this here. Okay, and then what we're going to do is go ahead and the leftover Monterey Jack cheese, you just take that and you sprinkle it on top of your plates of enchiladas. When I make them, I like to have a lot of cheese in them. It just makes them, I think, a lot better when they're all gooey and lots of cheese on them. So I don't skimp on the cheese. And then what you're going to do is take your medium cheddar cheese that you shredded, and you can buy the cheese already shredded. I have time to shred it, so I don't mind shredding it myself. It's a little less money, but and I get a better. I usually get really good cheese to use on this. And so you get the cheese all over, so it's nice and covered. There we go. And then what we're going to do is, excuse me 1 minute while I open this up. This is a can of black olives. Some people like them. Some people don't. Me personally, I like the black olives. It brings a little extra flavor to the enchiladas, and what I do is I just sprinkle it on the top. You know, just so you get olives all over. And you use 1 can for this amount of enchiladas, and it's not a big giant can, it's a kind of a smaller can. And then once you're done with that, if you don't want olives, you don't have to put olives. You can put chopped onions on it. That's fine too. It's all up to what you like. You can put sliced jalapenos on top, or you can even do this with seafood in the middle. But you take, once these are done like this, you cover them with aluminum foil, just light cover, and put it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 35, 40 minutes until they're bubbling, and they'll be done and ready to eat. It's a pretty simple meal. To me, it seems simple. Hopefully you try the recipe. There's all kinds of variations you can do. I hope you enjoy cooking with me, because I enjoy being here with you. So until next time, happy cooking, and I hope you really try this recipe. Have a nice day. Bye.